There is a land where the sun blazes so fiercely that the very air seems to shimmer with secrets. Saudi Arabia, ancient, enigmatic, and unyielding, sits at the crossroads of time, a place where the past and the future collide like desert winds against stone. Here myths linger in the hush of endless dunes, while skyscrapers rise, almost impossibly from the sand. It is a paradox, a kingdom rooted in tradition, yet forever reaching for the stars. The allure of Saudi Arabia lies in its contradictions. Step from the bustling souks of Riyadh into the silent expanse of the empty quarter, and the world transforms. In one moment, you are surrounded by the scent of oud and coffee, the next, by the haunting call of a distant wind. This is a country that guards its history fiercely, yet opens doors wide to innovation and change. To truly understand Saudi Arabia is to surrender to its enigma. It is an ancient story told in stone and sand, but also a vision painted in steel and glass. The land invites you to look closer, to listen deeper, to follow the threads of mystery woven through every oasis and every city skyline. In this kingdom, nothing is simple. Every grain of sand holds a secret, every city a promise. Here, past and future exist side by side, and the story of Saudi Arabia is one of eternal transformation. Saudi Arabia's geography is a canvas painted in extremes. From the vast rolling deserts to the fertile mountain valleys, the land is both a barrier and a bridge. The Rub al-Khali, or Empty Quarter, is the largest continuous sand desert on Earth, a sea of dunes so immense it swallows all sound. This harsh landscape has shaped the people and their stories for millennia. To the west, the Red Sea stretches like a shimmering ribbon, its coral reefs teeming with life. Along its coast, ancient ports once bustled with traders from Egypt, Africa, and beyond. The mountains of the Hijaz rise in dramatic ridges, guarding the holy cities of Mecca and Medina. In the east, the Persian Gulf glitters, its waters hiding the riches that would one day change the world. This geography is not just a backdrop, it is the heart of Saudi identity. The desert's silence teaches patience and resilience. The mountains offer refuge and inspiration. The coast connects Saudi Arabia to the wider world, making it a land of travelers, traders, and dreamers. Every journey across this land is a journey through time. The sand remembers the footsteps of caravans. The waves echo with the prayers of pilgrims. In Saudi Arabia, the landscape is alive, a silent witness to centuries of change. Long before oil, long before skyscrapers, Saudi Arabia was already a land of wonder. The story of the Nabateans, an ancient Arab people, is etched into rose-red stone. At the edge of the Arabian Peninsula, they carved the city of Hegra, sister to Petra, into the cliffs of Alula. These tombs, silent and mysterious, hold secrets of a civilization that thrived on trade and ingenuity. The Nabateans were masters of the desert, their caravans weaving across the sands like threads of gold. They controlled the incense routes, carrying frankincense and myrrh from Yemen to the Mediterranean. These precious goods were worth more than gold, burned in temples, used in royal rituals, and traded in bustling markets from Rome to India. The incense routes were arteries of culture and commerce. Along the way, cities flourished, oases where traders rested, exchanged tales, and shared news from distant lands. The desert, far from empty, was alive with the hum of voices, the sparkle of spices, and the promise of fortune. Today, the ruins of Hegra and the ghostly caravan trails remind us that Saudi Arabia's story is far older than we imagine. Beneath the sand, history waits, whispering of days when incense was king and the desert was a highway to the world. In the heart of the Hijaz Mountains, a new chapter began. In the 7th century, the Prophet Muhammad received revelations that would change the course of history. Islam was born in Mecca and Medina, two cities that would become the spiritual heart of a new world. The message was simple, yet profound: unity, compassion, and submission to one God. The rise of Islam transformed Arabia from a land of tribes and traders into the center of a vast, interconnected civilization. Pilgrims from every corner of the world journeyed across deserts and seas to reach Mecca. The Hajj became a symbol of faith, a gathering of humanity in the heart of the desert. Islamic civilization flourished. Knowledge, art, and science blossomed in cities that had once been mere waypoints on caravan routes. The call to prayer echoed across the sands, binding people together in a shared destiny. The holy cities became beacons, guiding travelers, scholars, and seekers of truth. This spiritual legacy continues to shape Saudi Arabia today. The birth of Islam turned the kingdom into a crossroads not just of trade, but of faith, a place where the sacred and the worldly meet. The year was 1938. In the blistering heat of Dammam, a drill struck something unexpected: oil. Black gold surged from the earth and Saudi Arabia changed overnight. The kingdom, once defined by its deserts and ancient cities, became the heart of a new global economy. Oil brought riches, power, and influence beyond imagining. The discovery triggered a revolution. Roads and cities sprang up where only sand had ruled. The Bedouin way of life collided with the modern world. Palaces, airports, and universities rose from the dust. The oil fields pulsed like veins, carrying wealth to every corner of the land. But the oil boom was not just a story of prosperity. It brought challenges, questions of identity, tradition, and the environment. How could an ancient kingdom remain true to itself while embracing the future? The answer was never simple, and the journey was fraught with tension and possibility. Yet, the oil revolution gave Saudi Arabia a new voice on the world stage. It became a land of paradox once more, ancient yet utterly modern, mysterious yet unmistakably powerful. Today, Saudi Arabia stands at another crossroads. The world is changing, and the kingdom is determined to lead. Vision 2030 is the bold blueprint, a plan to transform the economy, the society, and the very fabric of daily life. The aim to move beyond oil, to build a future rooted in innovation, creativity, and openness. At the heart of this vision is NEOM, a city of the future rising on the shores of the Red Sea. NEOM promises everything: flying taxis, artificial intelligence, and a way of life unlike anything on Earth. It is a place where the boundaries between science fiction and reality blur, where dreams are built in steel and glass. Reforms ripple through society. Women drive, artists create, and entrepreneurs dream. The kingdom is opening up, inviting the world to see its treasures and share its ambitions. Yet, the pace of change is dizzying. The old and the new jostle for space, each shaping the kingdom in their own way. In this moment, Saudi Arabia is writing a new story. The future is uncertain, but the vision is clear. A kingdom unafraid to dream, even as it remembers. Change moves through Saudi Arabia like a desert storm, sudden, sweeping, and unstoppable. In cafes and classrooms, on city streets and festival stages, a new generation is stepping forward. Women, once confined by custom, now drive, work, and lead. Artists and filmmakers find their voices, painting bold visions of Saudi identity. Social reforms are everywhere. Concerts fill stadiums, cinemas flicker with light, and sports events draw crowds from across the globe. The kingdom is shedding old restrictions, embracing new freedoms. The youth, more than half the population, are restless for change. They dream of careers, adventures, and a place in the world. Yet, tradition is never far away. The call to prayer still echoes, families gather for evening feasts, and the wisdom of elders guides the young. The balance is delicate, a dance between memory and ambition, between respect for the past and hunger for the future. In these winds of change, Saudi Arabia is both student and teacher, learning from the world, yet reminding us all that true progress honors what came before. To walk the streets of Saudi Arabia is to feel the weight of centuries and the lightness of dreams. Ancient tombs stand silent while neon lights flicker in the distance. In every city, every village, the past and the future look each other in the eye, sometimes uneasy, always intertwined. The kingdom's challenge is to hold these worlds together. How do you protect the secrets of Hegra while building the marvels of Neom? How do you honor the wisdom of ancestors while inviting the boldest ideas of tomorrow? There are no easy answers, only the promise of balance, a fragile, beautiful equilibrium. History is not a burden here. It is a compass, pointing the way forward. The incense routes and the oil rigs, the holy cities and the modern skylines, all are chapters in a single, unfolding story. Saudi Arabia's greatness lies not in choosing one over the other, but in daring to embrace both. In this land of paradox, the future is always haunted by the past, and that perhaps is where its true magic lies. Saudi Arabia is a kingdom of shadows and sunlight, of riddles written in stone and dreams spun from glass. Its story is unfinished. Each day, each discovery, another line in its epic. The desert still holds secrets, the cities still chase the horizon, and the people still carry the flame of curiosity and ambition. To visit Saudi Arabia is to be changed. The silence of the dunes, the call of the muezzin, the glitter of new towers, all leave their mark. It is a place that lingers in the imagination, a mystery that refuses to be solved. Here, every step is a question, every answer a new beginning. The paradox endures. Saudi Arabia is old and new, sacred and bold, veiled and revealed. It is a land where time moves in circles, where the future and the past are never far apart. The kingdom's greatest secret may be this, that its story is never truly finished. In the end, Saudi Arabia is not just a place. It is a journey, a cinematic adventure into the heart of mystery, where every horizon promises another wonder. Thank you for watching our video. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel to follow new videos.